Hi everyone, Yasas que Carlos Tirtata to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to teach you how to make mango tiramisu. It's the fruity twist on the classic coffee flavored tiramisu that we all know and love, except this is perfect for summer, especially if you have mangoes laying around. If you've already made my mango jam, there's some in this. All you need is some ladyfingers, fresh mangoes, and some mascarpone cheese, and you can whip this up in no time. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin with 2 fresh mangoes. I'm just going to carefully remove the pulp from the mangoes. You can do this in different ways by either slicing the skin off first and then dicing it up, or you can scoop the flesh out of the mango and then dice it up. I'll cut this into about 1-inch pieces and then set that aside. Now we're going to work on making the cream, which is so easy to make. So for the cream, you're going to need 2 pounds of mascarpone cheese. I have a homemade mascarpone cheese recipe on my website, which you can check it out and make the best mascarpone cheese that you'll ever have. Or you can buy it from the supermarket. Or if you can't find it or you prefer the taste of cream cheese, which is a little thicker and tangier, you can substitute cream cheese for this too. I'll add 1.5 cups of confectioner sugar to the mixing bowl and 2 to 3 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Get that mixing until everything is combined. And then I'll add 2.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. Whisk that up until it's nice and thick and a frosting is made. And we're just going to set that aside and get everything assembled. So I'm using ladyfingers for this. Ladyfingers are basically dried sponge cake, and they're sold in the grocery store. And it makes making this dessert so easy. So I'm going to pour a little bit of mango juice. I love using this mango nectar that I get from my local Costco. I'll just pour some in a shallow bowl, and then I'll put about 6 ladyfingers in the bowl because that's how many fit. And I'll let them soak a few seconds on one side, flip them over, let them soak a few seconds on the other side. If you leave them in there too long, they'll get kind of mushy. And then transfer them to a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. I'm making this family style in a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, but you can make it in either 2 smaller baking pans, or you can make this in little trifle cups or disposable cups if you're serving it for a party and you want your guests to just pick it up and then they could just toss the cup in the garbage, and that's less cleanup, and it also looks really pretty. I've done individual sized trifles and they look beautiful. So go ahead and create 1 layer of the soaked mango ladyfingers. We're going to take half of that mascarpone cream and put it on top. Spread it evenly. Then we'll take the diced mangoes and just spread them on top. Press them into the cream so that way they stay in place. And I also like to take some of that homemade mango jam that we made the other day and just dollop it on top. You could do a whole layer if you want to have lots of mango flavor, or you could just dollop it over the top here and there and just sort of spread it. You'll get a little pop of added mango flavor with each bite. So now we're just going to top the cream with another layer of mango juice soaked ladyfingers, and then a little bit of cream on top just to kind of cover the ladyfingers and do like a crumb coat. And then I like to transfer the remaining cream into a pastry bag that's fitted with a star tip. This is an open star tip, and you want to get the large open star tip because it makes a pretty design. And I'm just going to pipe some stars on top just like this. I like to sprinkle some crushed pistachios on top for color, and pistachios go really well with mango. You can put as much as you want of them. And I'll also just add a few more diced mangoes on top just so that way we all know what we're eating. This has to set for a few hours and then we're going to serve it. Okay, so once you assemble it, this really does need to set. Now, I would recommend that you let it set overnight, and what that's going to do is all of the flavors are going to kind of come together, and it's just going to taste so much better. The ladyfingers are going to get perfectly soft because we did soak them in that mango juice, but sometimes the center doesn't get soaked, and if you cut into it right away, it's just not going to be a good taste because the outside will be soft, the inside will be kind of crispy still, and if you let it sit in the refrigerator overnight or for at least 4 to 5 hours, they will be perfect and it'll just melt in your mouth, the whole thing. This is a great dessert because it could be made way ahead of time, and you could freeze this. You could freeze this for a few weeks or up to a month. As long as you cover it properly so that way it doesn't absorb any of those freezer odors, it'll be perfect when you're ready to serve it. Of course, thaw it out, unless you like ice cream cake textures, but it does taste better when it's thawed out and everything is just soft and creamy and delicious. Time for the taste test. Oh my goodness. It's heavenly. Those mangoes are so sweet. That cream is just perfect. The ladyfingers melt in your mouth. It's not soggy or like sometimes you'll have these types of desserts and there's just so much syrup in them and so much water in the dessert, kind of ruins it, but this is perfect. If for some reason you can't find mascarpone cheese, you can use cream cheese. It'll be a little bit tangier and the frosting will be thicker and a little richer, but it'll taste delicious if you like a cream cheese icing. It'll be so good. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think. This is great for birthday parties and special occasions. You can print out this recipe on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. If you want to learn how to make the mango jam, or if you missed that episode, click over here and I'll see you right over there. Yes, sis.